Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged. The Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous. But for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. I'm getting tingles from the anticipation. I'm so excited to play this game. Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome back to the Road Gallery. Today, we're taking a look at Hardspace Shipbreaker. This game is so beautiful. It looks so cool. I've been drooling over it ever since I saw it. The technology involved is really cool. But for me, I love games where you get to build things and or take them apart, which is like the reverse side of building it. It's such a cool process. And it's a part of your brain that a lot of games don't really get to tickle too much, because usually you're trying to either stomp something out of existence or you're building something. It's not too often that you're disassembling. I just can't wait to this game. I have a high feeling, high hopes and expectations for it. It's going to be like a chef's kiss, in my opinion. From what I've seen, fingers are crossed that it does not fail us. Let's just jump right in to infinity and salvage and a lot of debt. Oh, so much debt. Oh my god, the debt. Notification: LYNX Corporation Recruitment Services. Shipbreaker application. Pave the way to the Galaxy program. Update on your application status. Ooh, sweet. Did we get in? You update. Employment confirmation form. Greetings, citizen LF291180S. Congratulations on acceptance into the LYNX Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. From over 124.8 million applications, you were chosen based on above average / exceptional physical and cognitive ability. If I represent above average in this day and age, we got things to worry about. I am a couch potato. All right. Participation in this program can be lucrative and rewarding, depending on a willingness to follow the vision and processes of LYNX Corporation. You have been assigned to salvage station number 42. Ooh, lucky number 42. All right, designation, Morrigan. This station currently has no additional personnel, but if you are able to demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, a number of exciting opportunities await you. Remember, employment in the Pave the Way to the Galaxy program is at the sole discretion of LYNX Corporation and can be revoked at any time. Acts of insubordination or malice will not be tolerated. On receipt of your electronic signature, a shuttle will be deployed immediately to your current location to deliver you to your post. Training will commence immediately on arrival. Finalize your info on the following pages to confirm employment. My name there, little clutch. LYNX work effort tracking and employee social hub requires an employee account name. Please enter an account name below. Profanity or anti-corporate slang / jargon is not acceptable. Select revival package. We proudly offer our body and mind revival program to new employees. Below are the details of your selected revival package. Terran Health Board advisory. Cloning has a 0.02% chance of DNA corruption. All right, let's see. We got open shift, clones, unlimited. Cloning fee is 150,000. Okay, avoid dying. That sounds expensive. Voice identification verification. To verify your identity, confirm the voice file you submitted in your original application. LYNX Vox ID is a security measure that protects your data. Our voice verification is us getting in pain. Or so do we want a low voice or a high voice? I like that. Orientation preference. Select orientation scheme for your preferred mobility unit. Well, I'm using a gamepad, so I definitely want inverted. Meal preferences. Our food processors can serve a variety of dietary preferences. Food cost is based on current market value and may change over time. Chicken. Plastic free. That's good. I definitely don't want to be eating too much plastic. Vegetarian or entomotarian. Oh, entomotarian. That's the whole, you're a vegetarian that also eats bugs. I think that's like insect-atarian, otherwise known as barf-amatarian, if you ask me. No, we're not going to be a barf-amatarian. I want plastic-free food. I'm assuming chicken would only ever be chicken. That'd probably get tired over time. As long as it's plastic free, I'm sure it's going to be a variety of things. Watch it end up being like an algae paste for the rest of the whole time. All right. Please agree to each statement. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. Yeah, screw those Jupiter bastards. They got weird laws. Did you know they allow gas as a form of payment? I am not a member, and nor have I ever been associated with a workers' union or other labor interest groups. Yeah, because why would we want to protect the interests of the workers? I've completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared of having McCulloch's lung. My lungs are clear. I wonder if that's supposed to, like, created for the game, or if that's based on, like, Caisson's disease or something like that. Anyways, I have no commercial or real estate interest on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation state of Arizona. Why has Arizona got its own nation state now? They secede? All right, well, I guess either LYNX is trying to buy out the moon themselves, or like they have a beef with the moon and asteroid belt. All right, I'll bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day, except for Mondays. Mondays are my day. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to van der Waals fields. Yeah, sure, no problem. Most people probably don't understand what a van der Waals field is. I know I only understand it in the context of this game, so I will vote for Chancellor Chung Zhang in the Pan American Senate election. Oh, come on now, I have to forfeit my right to vote? I think that should be highly illegal. All right, Shipbreaker and terms and condition. You know what, we would just go right on in. Nobody reads the terms and conditions. So hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to collect, analyze, and utilize their biometric data for use to better the lives and well-being of them and their co-workers, as well as for any other purposes. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to perform psychological tests on them at any time, with or without their knowledge. Oh my god, LYNX Corporation is going to be the new Vault Tech. Employees not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests, but may receive additional sugar cube rations. What are we, a horse? Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to garnish their wages if their actions or lack thereof result in any real or potential losses for the company and or any of its affiliates. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority in perpetuity to record and own their DNA and to create new entities with that DNA with no restrictions or limits. Furthermore, employee agrees to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. LYNX may execute these entities at any time for acts of gross negligence. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to study, manipulate, reciprocate, and duplicate any and all of my gray and white matter at any time in the unfortunate event of my total and complete loss of memory. Employee hereby grants permission to LYNX the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to LYNX and or any of its affiliates to their next of kin in the event that they are terminated, disappear, and or perma-perish? Perma-perish? What the hell? Wait a minute, so something bad happens to me and my kids are gonna get the debt? That's insane. LYNX reserves the right to terminate a contract at any time with or without notice in lieu with no requirement of sufficient cause. I feel like LYNX is very shifty corporation, but that's okay. Let's go be the next Elon Musk of space. And yes, I realize he's already Elon Musk of space, but a space salvage, there we go. That's a nice little title screen. Ooh. Oh, I like the sound. Music's good. I guess that's us taking off, our daughter watching. I'm doing this for her.
steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves.
Oh, I'm loving this song. He looks so good.
If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
These are some pretty cool looking space stations. Okay, he must be using an upgraded cutter. They're probably having us do a flyby of this guy because he's probably got like the fully upgraded gear that shows all the really fancy stuff he can do. Ooh, look at that. That looks awesome. That song reminds me a little bit of Firefly and a little bit of is it Rogue Galaxy? I think it had that kind of music to it. Oh, it was so good though. One disappointment, I'm using a PS4 controller and it doesn't seem to know that.
Welcome to Morgan Station. Before we jump in here, Cutter, it's customary to observe a moment of silence for a departing shipbreaker. You'll soon learn this type of thing doesn't happen very often up here. Okay. Well, my name is Will. I'll be your eyes and ears when you're in the yard. Used to be a cutter myself until there were some complications with one of my clone jobs, but never you mind about that. Let's get to work. Go ahead and open your work order, and let's get started.
Work order. Oh.
You ever want to pay off your debt like Sullivan did? It's all about completing your work orders.
Okay, left stick, forward, backwards is thrust forward, backwards. A and B is descend. Okay, so up and down is there. Okay. Both is a break. Gotcha. Roll left and right is by clicking the left and right stick. That's a really, I like that actually. I was thinking it might be like the bumpers, but that's actually a pretty intuitive way of doing it. We got a light we can turn on and off. Might as well leave that on for now. Got stinger, grapple, and release tether. Okay. Oh, it wants us to do it for 3 seconds. All right, there we go. Slow down. Here we are. Descend for 3 seconds. E. Or in this case, circle. Now, ascend for 3 seconds. Break. Oh, break for 3 seconds. That worked out pretty good. All right.
These next two maneuvers are tough for most worms to wrap their heads around because most of you have never spent time in zero-G. We call them rolls. Give them a shot.
All right, roll left for 2 seconds. All right, everybody. Hold your breakfast. Woo! Roll right. Okay.
Okay. Well, this here is your trusty training vessel. On it and in it are salvageable objects to cut your teeth with. Let's give her a go, shall we?
Right trigger to and hold. Push X when pushing on. Okay, so right trigger is grappling it. There we go. All right, want to throw this to the barge below. Okay.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Ooh, we already made some money. There we go. Looks like precision is going to be important. Makes sense. We are trying to cut up spaceships.
Congratulations there, Cutter. You're very scanner, and you will have completely wiped out your debt. I'm kidding, of course. All right, Cutter. You ready to perform a little zero-G ship surgery?
Yeah.
Let's boot up your scanner and see what we see.
Why toggles the scanner?
Cut points. Think of them as the chunks of glue that hold the key structural segments of the ship together. Bingo.
Right, that's kind of cool. We gotta get all the yellow. Okay, break for a
Just
second.
got the go-ahead from control to unlock your cutting tool. You may now equip the Stinger head mount. I'm uploading the final work order objective required to complete your certification rank 1 training, and yep, you guessed it. Let's get them nacelles on the barge with them new tools of yours.
Closer. There we go. When it goes red, I guess. We got very short range so far. That heats up pretty quick. No, gotta get closer. There we go. Break. We are. Other side. Be able to get all three from a little bit closer. There we go. Kept going closer. Gonna have to remember to break a lot more. This might be a game that actually works better with a keyboard and mouse, depending on what buttons they use for controlling things. Go. Salvage the nacelle. Well, we got them both cut off. Let's go back to our grapple. Grab it and just refit over this way. Come on. Bit heavy for us. That's all right. 780 kilograms here. But wait. I get it. I don't like that it's A and B to go up.
Your activity has dropped below nominal levels. Please return
What?
to work.
You have failed your work order. Did I have a time limit and not realize it? Apparently I failed the tutorial.
Just got the
Wow.
go-ahead from control to unlock your cutting tool. You may now equip the Stinger head mount. I'm uploading the final work order objective required to complete your certification rank 1 training, and yep, you guessed it. Let's get them nacelles on the barge with them new tools of yours.
Go up. Oh, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Break. Go forward. What it says. Oh, it's the barge. That's why. Okay. These go down to the barge, not to the processing. That's what I did wrong. Ah. That'll be the one.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Here we go. Get this guy break. And close. Okay. Shoot. All right. I like how it knows which way you shot it from.
And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more work orders you complete, the closer you get to hitting your certification quotas. Go ahead and see where earning your first cert.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Your first certification. Alright, it keeps grabbing the door rather than the antenna. There we are. Open the menu. Certification. Work order objective.
Earning certs gives you access to better upgrades and perks for your tools, gear, and equipment, as well as access to more valuable ships back in your hab. Speaking of which, let's mosey on over to your personal habitation unit right now, because that's what you do when you finish your shift. You didn't think Lynx made you sleep out here in the yard, did you? We were out.
I don't know. Sleeping inside the ships probably wouldn't be too bad as long as you had air guaranteed. Alright, anyways, let's do what he suggested. Might take a bit to get used to the weird controls. Enter the hab. Might as well leave our order up for now. Altitude here. Music so good. Yes, end the shift. Why not? I was just told to, right? Order complete. Congratulations, Shipbreaker. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. You have achieved the prestigious rank of Basic Certification, Rank 2. +1 modular laser cutter upgrades unlocked. Ship Class 1 certification accessible. So the nacelles were 150,000. Nice. 36,000 for the 2 antennas. They're worth quite a bit. Only have $1 billion to pay off.
Top of the morning to you, Cutter. As you know by now, this is your hat. I know it feels a bit flat right now, but I hear Lynx is looking into fixing it up real nice for you sometime in the near future. Anyway, says here you're gonna need an upgrade to complete your next certification rank. You're gonna like this one, Cutter. Let's check it out now, shall we?
Alright, so laser cutter upgrade. Ooh, lots that you can upgrade. Look at this. There's modular cutter. This one's purchase cutter. Oh, you can purchase it yourself, maybe? Very own cutter and never have to pay for the rental fee again. Okay. Cool downs, heat capacities. Split saw license, range, increased cut grade, range. Okay, so the Singer is what we got now. This is what let us do that split beam thing.
Now let's get back to the yard so you can try this sucker out.
Ooh, I'm excited. So many upgrade things. I'm gonna love this game. I love things where you can upgrade and get better like this. Start the shift.
Okay, before we hop back in the yard, I want to show you the ship catalog. Here is where you find a selection of ships Lynx has deemed ready for salvage. As I said before, earning certifications will open up higher grade ships. But we gotta learn to walk before we run, Cutter, so let's get back to finishing your plate on that Lynx training vessel.
This is the mackerel. 31,520 kilograms remain, 787,000 in value. Salvage mass, 1,631. All right, core systems. Low hazards for fire, cold, electricity, and explosion. And the resource breakdowns right there too. Let's continue salvage. Lynx mandates each cutter salvage the maximum amount of rewards and recognition may be given to top performers. Let's continue.
All right, Cutter, another shift, another credit. Today's goal is to complete your certification rank 2. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to light up that new split saw mode you just upgraded in the hab. Go ahead and equip it now.
It's equipped.
Nice work there, Cutter. It's time to take the training wheels off and let you loose on this thing. My advice is to knock out your work order first, and then see if you can salvage every last bit of the training vessel. We call it using the whole buffalo. Waste not, want not, right, Cutter? Go get 'em, Tiger. We were out.
We want to use the whole buffalo. Don't know if that hit it. I hope it did. Look of it is awesome. Oh wait, break. Here we go. That's close enough. You can just descend. Break. So this goes to the furnace. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's not the furnace. You are not ricocheting off the ship and going into the wrong thing during my training. Not failing training again. Alright, it looks like there's a spot at which it starts getting pulled in. Guessing that it's a light tractor at the yellow and a heavy tractor at the red.
Level awarded. License upgraded.
Ooh, look, this piece is already... This one goes to the processor. This is in the bottom center of the screen. So things that... It seems as long as you have it by the tether, certain things can't rotate or go in... Like, its position gets locked. We got so much stuff to salvage for nanocarbon and aluminum.
Object accepted for processing.
Okay, so exterior parts gets you nanocarbon, it seems. Okay. Oh. I cut the other side, so I gotta cut this one off. So. I don't know what bumpers do yet, but I wish it was rotation. So, split saw. Downward, not upwards. Break. That one pretty good, I think. Here. Side. I hope that hit the piece I wanted it to. Alright, let's find out. Oh, it did. Look at that. That right where it needed to go. Oh.
Material deposited.
Alright, we got enough aluminum. So it seems like aluminum's the interior frame. And walls, maybe? And nanocarbon's on the outside, probably to protect from radiation and whatnot. I'm on the grapple. Alright, this is the barge piece.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
All right, this is actually really fun. This is a nice gameplay loop here.
Secured. Account credit applied.
All right, gonna need to go to. I think rather than both sticks click down for brake, I wish it was like a bump, like the left bumper being brake. That way it's its own button. Although I think that's just with the current controls, because probably be better if the bumpers were your rotation. Let's this grabbable. All right, this is processor. Are you free then?
Processing valuable object.
958 kilograms. This is the Bit of a push for us. What? Oh, no, no, no. They're heavy like this, they're not so easy to move. Bounce off that. Did we get it? I think we got that. Look if there's anything else. Remove. Oh wait, the bottom piece. I'm betting this bottom piece is also
Nice job, Cutter.
nanocarbon.
Get back to your hab to end your shift and spend them shiny new LYNX tokens on upgrading your
It is. Alright.
We've wrapped.
But that part's furnace, so where would... Ah, there's that one connector right there. Here we go. Down. We got moving there. There we go. That's a good throw. Did the whole buffalo. This last part. Oh, it's a bit heavy.
Valuable object processed.
1,376 kilograms. I wonder if the bottom parts are separate though. No. But maybe I can cut them out. Let's find out. If I came here and I want stinger, cutter. Oh yeah, it looks like these are definitely cuttable. That's so cool how they have that set up where it works like that. That nifty little bit of code making that happen. Oh, I missed. Go. Oh, bottom. This is a little sloppy. All right, break. That wasn't bad. That top cut was good. Boom. That went really well. And I bet this bottom piece we can move now too, because... Oh, maybe not. Oh, we are seeming to be able to affect it.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Pop gun here doesn't seem to do much. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to do left trigger and I hit right trigger. Ooh, flyby. Dude, that was pretty good on the fly like that. At least I think so. Hey, what though? I could listen to this music all day long. Soundtrack is just spectacular. All right, can we send this as one piece now? 2,600 and some odd kilograms. Little pieces in there too. The whole buffalo.
Credits deposited.
There we go. Enter the hab. Probably a good idea. We have lots of fuel and health because I think for the tutorial they're being going easy on us. We have unlimited air, fuel, and thruster. They sell. If there's an option to buy this soundtrack, I'm totally buying it. This is just, mwah, you know, chef's kiss. Do that. Oh. All right, quota complete. Rank 3. +1 handheld utility grapple upgrade available. All right. The structure aluminum. 2 things of aluminum we destroyed. That cost us money, I guess. We still made 183,000. That's not too bad. 99 kilograms of titanium? I'm guessing titanium probably should have been processed. Maybe not. I don't know. This is destroyed. Maybe it was just stuff that was already damaged.
Congratulations on completing certification rank 2 there, Cutter. Now that you've proven you kind of know what you're doing out there, LYNX has a present for you. Go ahead and make your way to the equipment upgrade screen and let's see what we see.
Alright, don't be afraid of the handheld utility grapple. Instead, thank this kindly little device for making your job so easy. This model is the 5th generation Van der Waals field emitter device, Y09 Mark 8J, Gen 5 VDWFED Y09 Mark 8-J for short. Isn't the for short version longer than the actual version? It's capable of moving massive pieces of salvage. It can be outfitted to place remote tether fields for complex operations. LYNX would like to remind all employees that spreading rumors of the deleterious health effects from Van der Waals fields exposure is against the employee discipline and conduct agreement. We can't even tell people that it's potentially killing us. I like it. Gives me that kind of thing makes me think a little bit of Starship Troopers, which I love. Oh, that's awesome. So currently we got the grapple license, range of 50 meters, push functionality. That's for push model. Now we're getting tethers. Purchase the license for remote contiguous Van der Waals medium tensor, or tether. Tethers can be deployed to establish 2 electromagnetic anchors that pull objects along a field medium. Nice. 150 points. We got 450. You have to get it, so.
After me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends.
Tethers are your friends.
And head out into the yard to try them out.
Alright. I don't want to see what other upgrades we could get, but I'm guessing we can't because we don't have the rating yet. Certification. Alright, view ship catalog. The Calamity 9, 1 day to pick it. It's a macro class. Training still an easy salvage. Last owner was Klein Co. Total mass of 72,490 kilograms. Estimated salvage value 3,666,731. Not bad. Core system, it's got a class 1 reactor in it. Hazards are low. 2 fire, 1 ice, 1 electric, 2 explosive. Looks like, I'm guessing nano stuff is 25, aluminum 9%, titanium 25%, and then random stuff over there. All right. Estimated values only. Actual values may vary. Also, if we break stuff, it might not get us as much. Claiming a new ship will clear. Yep, claim it. Scanner shows pressurized state inside the ship. Use that to make your cut will cause a violent decompression. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. We're gonna be careful about where we cut. Violent decompression's the thing.
But there's still plenty there for us to sink our teeth into, such as how we're going to deal with the pressurized areas. But before we get into all that, let's try out your tethers. Your
Alright.
tethers are far
Use the
stronger
tether,
than
salvage
most
twin cells.
Use them when you're trying to move objects that are much heavier than you are. Also, tethers stack, meaning the more you use, the stronger the pull you get out of them. If you put them in the right place, that is.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Grab these because they're super easy, as long as I don't smash them against the ship and break them. Oh, they're already disconnected? Right, well in that case... Ooh, danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger! Alright, so... Flip the grapple. Left trigger is tethering, okay. Can I move you up first? Nope. Right, that's I wonder if I can tether one to the other and get both. I think the ship's in the way, so probably not. Well, that was a request. I totally did that wrong. You have to click and hold. Okay, click and hold, and that lets me aim it. And when I let go, it will shoot off. Ooh, is this? This whole piece open? Or Yeah, this is barge, so I want to go down. I almost put this into salvage. I would have failed my objective. Oh. You go with it. I think right now we got like unlimited. Oh, you know, I didn't think about this, but what if they crash into each other? I don't want to damage them. Just want to salvage them. We now have two pulling down, and they're kind of pulling away from each other a bit. That should work, right? Yeah! Work.
Tethers are your friends.
Oh, that shot me backward.
Hang of them, you can get pretty creative with how you use them.
Guy's not moving.
Alright, now for the fun stuff. And when I say fun, I mean incredibly dangerous.
It didn't look...
Next, we're gonna learn about pressurization. According to LYNX, decompression events are the #1 cause of death, and as a result, cloning. Alright, let's open up your scanner and see what we see.
I'm guessing it went in, even though it looked like only the other one went in. Alright. Compartment. A cabin! Alright, nanocarbon. Okay, panels are nanocarbon.
Let's
What
see
level
if we can crack into this ship without making her pop. See that airlock over there? Let's go check it out.
Alright, it won't let me do anything but the tutorial. That's understandable. And break. Activate the airlock. I like how it jumps to it.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Okay.
Using airlocks is always a good idea, but there may be times later when you encounter ships without functioning airlocks. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Cutter. For now, let's get inside.
Already inside.
Alright, let's see if there's a way to depressurize this sucker so we can get to work on it. Look for an atmosphere regulator. If it's working, this device will let us depressurize the room safely. You don't want to trigger a violent decompression, believe me.
Wait, shut. Oh. This atmosphere's regulator.
All
For
right.
that.
I'm lighting up your work order with the rest of the objectives for this ship.
Wish we could just leave the door open. Oh,
Air pressure
Ow.
level decreasing.
hope I didn't break anything.
There she is, the reactor. That's your meal ticket right there, Cutter. Alright, this one's pretty easy. She should just slide out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple. But before you do that, it's always a good idea to clear a path for her straight to the barge, because once you pull it, she starts melting down. And when it comes to reactors, you never know how many ticks you got till she goes boom. Alright, the way you complete your work order from here on out is entirely up to you. Let's show LYNX old Weaver still knows how to turn worms into shipbreakers, alright? Good luck, Cutter. Weaver out.
Ooh, that's exciting. We're on our own now. A little terrifying. Considering I failed the tutorial the first time. That was just me not reading where to put it, though. Oh, wait. Okay, stop moving. There we are. That gets that down, so when we move him out, we'll be able to... This is a processor piece. pushing us. That. Pushed it down a bit. Let's get more of these so we can maybe process a bunch. Like I said, this might be a game that's better suited for keyboard or mouse, and I'm using a gamepad. Because when given the choice, I usually choose gamepad over keyboard and mouse. I'm not a big fan of keyboard and mouse if it's not a strategy game. Or like a top-down resource management type stuff. Or Diablo. Diablo games are kind of essential keyboard and mouse games. Okay. Cut the whole ship in half while we're at it. I was going to just cut the bottom panels off, but it's good that they were forward thinking enough in the design to have it designed to be disassembled. But that's also because it's kind of bare bones, like it's just barely, like you have a skin on a little metal sleeve. It's not like there's interior plating or anything. It's just you have your hull plate and then you have stuff inside. Usually it looks like, or at least at this easy level. Healing, I believe, especially since the reactor's right there on it. But I think I might have already did what I was planning on doing, which was cutting off the floor. But while we're at it, we might as well cut all of these. Seems like for the tutorial we have unlimited fuel, oxygen, and health, which is good. Need time to play around with everything. The oxygen, I think, is going to be one of the pain in the butt ones. Games always do so little oxygen. Like, instead of getting like half an hour, you get like 5 minutes. And, like, half hour, 30 minutes or to 60 minutes or 90 minutes. Kind of common for like air tanks diving, depending on the size of the tank and the pressure on it. All right, is that all the... Oh, I missed one here. The rest are inside the wall. So there is some internal walls here. That's probably where the titanium and aluminum are. Off. All right, got that cut up. All right, give these a little nudge. Here, if we go out, we could probably... No, we definitely have to give them a little nudge. But maybe we can do that with our tether or our grapple. Back. Stop moving. I want to clear you of the ship. Okay. Not quite what I meant to do, but got 4 panels that all need to go into processing because they're nanocarbon. And if I can get a good angle on here, I can probably tether it together and then send in. Oops. The last one not connect where I meant or wanted it to. There we go. That should get all 4 of those. A little bit of scraping along. Ooh, now this is one thing that's different about it. Maybe our tethers are a lot weaker than the intro movie ones, but they didn't start pulling until it was long. There we go. Then we had to Thank goodness for infinite tethers. All right. Pull from the back as well. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. The systems in this game are just so cool. There we go. All right. Now we got a nice clear... Oh, cancel that. Gotta remember left trigger is now a thing. All right. We want to take this guy. And send it down there as fast as we can.
Well, Cutter, looks like you can manage on your own for a bit, which is good, because I just got assigned another worm on a salvage station on the other side of Earth Village. Just a reminder that your training amounts for O2, tethers, and fuel will be reset once you start your next shift. I'll be back to check in on you from time to time, but until then, remember this. Measure twice, cut once, and tethers are your friends.
And tether.
Good luck out there, Cutter.
Great.
Weaver out.
Yeah. Just peeking up there. All right, so I want to go tether, tether. Oh, cancel that. Oh, that's that one. All right, let's try that again. Tether, tether. You start going in. Heck, you go with them. Pull from both ends. Oh, it's a good thing I pulled from both ends. One of the tethers already broke.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It got pulled in. These still have some of the momentums from that first tether. Now that's going. There we go. That should work. We have currently infinite. I want to monopolize the fact that during this training mission we have infinite tethers. Oh, what's this over here?
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
The processor thing. It looks like it's stuck on it still. Okay, stop right there. Just like that. Oh, stop. There we go. There we are. This is processing. All right, thruster class 1 cat. No thruster though.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
All right, and it says to process this. It's all nanocarbon. There we go. I'll get that done. Ooh, we got a bunch we can slice up here. Oh, gotta remember how short the range is on the stinger.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
All right. Up. Slow down. Gotta slow our roll just a little bit. Whew. All right, there we go. I'm starting to get the hang of these interesting controls. I think they're actually pretty intuitive. It's just they're different from anything I've experienced, so it's taken a bit to get used to. And sometimes I have this bad habit of I sometimes accidentally press my left stick, like click the left stick when I'm pushing forward hard or pull back hard. rather than just clicking the like letting it go. It actually clicks the trigger or the button as well, not just the up and down motions. But that's something this game will hopefully help me with, maybe. And I got both. I was really heating up my cutter there. Gotta be careful about that. Right. Ooh, what's this? It's the universal maintenance key. Use to control a variety of ships. Just pick that up. That's cool. Alright, let's get you mile. This is so cool. Like, I kind of wish they had things like this combined with games like Factorio or Satisfactory, where you get down to you're doing this part of it, but I like to do the building part as well. Like, that'd be so cool if you could have a Satisfactory meets Shipbreaker, where you're both cutting apart to get pieces, but then you can also use that to make new ships. Well, that'd be just so cool. Maybe that's an expansion they can work on once they get this 100% fleshed out and launched. They can then set it up where you can basically do the reverse. You pick the panels, you add the things that get connected here, and then go from there. I'm guessing those flight bars are grabbable. They're barge. Okay, these are barge items. Whoops. Right trigger, not left. I don't know why. That down.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, come on, I was just aimed at it. Careful, don't want to break it. Alright, so
Salvage secured.
first one, and this is processing because it's fine. Got an idea. If we pull these away from the ship just a little bit. I don't know if I can though. It might be. I thought I had these separated. The one panel came apart. That one there did. All right, let's try it. Did I miss some cutter? I don't think I missed anything.
Portable object processed. Credits deposited.
That's just so heavy. Oh. I was hoping to grab each light as the piece went by.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Got it. Aha! Victory.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Get those going. To him, and while he starts to build up momentum, I'll come and pull the light off, or whatever it is.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
You connect to him. You don't have a light connected. Good. I don't have to grab it. You know, get it from here. Break it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Go. We're ripping this ship apart good. This is awesome. All right. Not what I meant to do. I meant to rotate and I accidentally pulled the trigger. If we can just get all the verticals.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
I think this is going pretty good. Yeah. I love how it slices them up. That is just too cool. Ooh, that one might have been a bit rough. Let's find out just how much. These are all furnace, right? Why didn't they separate? That's so cool that you can cut them into little pieces. Like,
Material deposited.
seriously cool. Is that separate? No, that one's still attached. So that one. Light on, rotate. Slow down, not get flummoxed and letting myself press too many buttons. There we go. Slip. All right, he's still attached. Right there, I think. Rotate. Aim at him. He separate now? Oh, he's still attached on the bottom.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
There we go. That got it free. A little bit here. Wang it over, or wing it over. Are you free? It looked free to me, but I think there might be still a few parts of it that aren't.
Material deposited.
Oh, you know what it is? It's caught on these little bits right there. And these are process bit and not furnace bit. Good to know. I think it went inward. But just cut off that little bit of the corner. And stop rotating. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Doesn't have bits on the top. Let's go to the grapple. So that is for the processor. So it seems like it's titanium bits for joinery with aluminum walling.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
That's the reactor. Where's the other bit that went floating around? Oh, there it is. This is just some aluminum. It goes into the furnace. Are you free now? I think it's still stuck on something. Alright, let's play. I'm going to play with this as long as possible to get the hang of things. This, the furnace. Alright.
Deposit accepted.
Alright, is that already off? It is. Alright, this is processing for the titanium. Titanium is a very process heavy material. Like, I realize this is a cutter bit, but can we like... Oh, I was kind of hoping we could do our own cuts with Singer. Seems like Singer is just for melting. Does that free up both of these? Oh. Bit of aluminum framing. That should free this guy up. Still not. That free the lights that is attached to. All right, apparently this is all pros. No, that's furnace. Just a little bit right there. That's processor. Rotate. Go up a wee bit. All right. Go there.
Valuable object processed.
Go there.
Awarded.
You're still stuck on something. Wonder. If that's something we could have put in the furnace. Oh. There's furnace for all of it now. Okay. Go to the other side just because it looks like we got a lot separate on that side already that we could probably just... Oh, that we could probably just chuck into the processor pretty easily.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Right, while we're here, grab light.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Why didn't you go down? Go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
For these, I'm guessing this one's actually ready just to go into processing. Where did you get connected to? You should be going that way. You got strung between two. All right, cancel.
Object accepted for processing.
Where it connects is very important.
Deposited.
Oh. Connect to there. Then from there, go that way. Get both of them rolling without breaking. I get him off that wall, otherwise it's not going to make it. There we go. They stop moving. Like, there must be some kind of inertial field going on in here that's keeping things from moving.
Valuable
Once it's going, they should keep going. We're in outer space. Not a lot of friction in outer space. Back to our gun. Rotate.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Break. Rotate. Break. Now go up. Rotation. Okay, break. A whole buffalo. That's what we're trying to go for. Making sure you're aiming at the right piece when you hit the trigger. It highlights the piece it's going to try to cut usually, like right there. All right, that should have that guy free. I did not mean to tether, especially through the whole ship. Just start dragging everything.
Material deposited.
Thing furnace, but the other part, that's it says furnace, so I'll listen to it. Yeah, see, this one's saying processor, even though it's got a large part of the furnace. Oh well, give that to the furnace.
Deposit accepted.
I guess you gotta decide if you want the aluminum or if you want the, what's it, titanium? Tiny bit of titanium. Oh, that was a good cut. That side's already cut. Okay, pull this out. I wish there was a pull towards you thing. The grapple. Oh wait, I bet we have to do the bottom. Yeah. That bottom is not separated at all. That was in bottom? Wait. Get that whole thing away from, it's about, the whole thing's about to be sucked into the furnace. There we go. It says processor. I'll listen to it. Don't think it went in the processor. Not it there. Whoa. Why's it freaking out? Give me my controls, guy. Go. Go towards the top of that. They'll go in, get processed. Or not. There we go. Not much left of this ship. Right, let's see.
Process a valuable object. Credits awarded.
Need to get this part separated. Right. Assuming the parts in an airlock are pretty valuable. Break. Line up. Look at the sticks. Ooh, it went right through the piece below it. I did not mean to do that. That's cool that I did that. Alright, up there. Alright, it looks like it's acting like it's separated, so let's try to get this piece here. I feel like maybe separating it from the inside is the best way to accomplish this. There's those little bits of, I don't know, titanium or something. They look like they're in the way. You know, just zap. Is that free? I think I have a vertical cut. So yeah, I'll have to do this vertical cut. There we go. All right, keep the light on. Want to take that piece. You go in there. Away they go.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
This guy should be free, right? Probably been free for a little while, and I just keep going more and more into it. Right, you. There. Oh, it's definitely pulling the whole thing with it. Farming. Oh, this is all going in. There we go. I finally cut the piece I was trying to cut. Yeah. Go to the furnace.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Destroyed some aluminum structure, but that's because there's still attached to it. That says furnace, even though it has a little bit of titanium that we unprocessed. Get it around that corner. There we go.
Deposit accepted.
All right, where's that last piece? There's like the cockpit section still. That's where my home is. Oh. In what, above? There we go. That's the stuff I'm looking for. Still got components in there I want to like take off. Not something that'll let me cut. Okay, let's get to our grapple. Carefully get that out. Throw that to the barge.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Should be when you're grappling, right bumper pulls it towards, has it like just draw it directly towards the gun a bit.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
You're backing up, it doesn't always back up well. All right. Can't melt that. That piece. Right. Oh, we have some glass. There we go. That's something we can cut. You can tell by the shape of the symbol here. Right now. Little left, break. Rotate a little right. That looks like it did a really good job of getting the left side. Oh, there we go. Right, that wasted a bit more of it. Would have like a little lower. All right. Gotta get the top and the bottom. There we are. So glass. Oh, I just shattered a bunch of glass. Goes to the furnace. Saw a bunch of glass shatter.
Material deposited.
Apparently it didn't get separated from the top. Alright. I probably should have tried, instead of trying to getting on that street angle, I probably should have came from the top like that anyway. Go.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Tried to accidentally said push it, and I'm the one that got pushed. Stop. Grapple. This is something for the barge. No. Ow. I refuse to lose it. I think it's gone. Yeah, it's like 100 meters. Well, got what, a 50-meter range, right? There we go. Nope, it aimed for a second there. There we go. Bounced off the... Can you get things into the barge from the underside? Good question, let's find out. I don't see it. I'm guessing I just smashed it against the barge and it's now destroyed. Making that whole time a great big waste. I feel like our light's not that great a light. All right, let's try to get this one. This one's a computer terminal, so we're going to want to be careful with it. All right, this is a seat here. Looks like an ejection seat, although there's no ejection panel above the ship. So maybe it just, in cases of emergency, it just kills the guy by rocketing his head into the ceiling. Careful. And yoink.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So I guess they got it set up so you can't just shove the whole ship into, like, say, the furnace, because you'll be destroying a bunch of stuff that should be processed, and some stuff that should go right to the barge for instant resale. Uh-oh. Whole thing's spinning now. That could be bad. All right, let's go in and see what's... Okay, break. All right, let's see. You... Atmospheric thing is not letting me take off. What about you? Oh, a storage bin. I don't know why it suddenly rotated like that.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Why are you going down? Are you? You are furnace? You're aluminum? Get in there, aluminum. All right, we brought it back up. Okay. So a bunch more we could process from this. Although I'm getting close to being like, let's just throw it all into the processing spot. Even though a lot of it's furnace. Is that a light bulb? No, the light bulb. Yoink. Yoink light.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Right. Say what? Go there. And you balance it out. Go right there. Oh, there's like a bunch of little things here. If I can get it to aim at it. The tiny light for the barge. Okay, that's a little piece of aluminum. Probably from when I was out doing all that crazy cutting. That's oh, that's a bit of titanium processor. All right. Oh, is that another light bulb right about? Wait, why is it not aiming? Well, maybe that's something beyond. Yeah, it's something beyond. It's hard to tell sometimes. The game has such like differences of scale. Okay, stop moving. There we go. All right, this is incredibly relaxing and like just an enjoyable loop. The second I grab anything, it's gonna like really mess this thing up. Ah, you immediately let it go, it just launches it into the room. Makes it so much easier to grab when it's stabilized. It seems like it's when it's got that weird Van der Waals field around it, that's when it won't rotate or change in spatial alignment, and it can mess up and push things around it.
Credits transferred.
All right, is that? Gotta be more, right? Yeah, there's 2 more of those alone. Hope it didn't break. And then, oh, wrong spot. I got turned sideways somehow. Where is the barge? This whole thing's rotated sideways, so I went to go down, but down wasn't what I expected.
Credit applied.
All right. Go up and stop. Pull that off. Go. And the barge is right there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
How would I get... Just... But I can that. There we go. Whoops. There for the furnace. I accidentally did some tethers I didn't mean to do. But I tethered them together, so it's not
Credits
a
deposited.
big deal. So you and then you can get tethered to the furnace. And that should get all three of those guys going. Alright, what about this panel? This is a furnace piece. It's mostly aluminum. Wow, that one went fine. Now look at this nice exposed entrance we have. Can I get you off the wall? No, I can't. A lot of this is for the furnace. But I know the top part, like all the outside hull is definitely processing. Go down. Let's see if there's a connection points we can break. You know if you can cut something because it'll change the icon from this to red. I think it's cutting the panel on the inside. All right, if that's the case. Maybe we should be doing this from... Oh, look at that. The cut went on an angle from the entire length of it. A little bit of a rotation. Okay. These little bits that I off into the furnace clear our workspace here.
Deposit accepted.
Another piece of aluminum. Are you free? It looked like it was floating free, but I don't think it actually is. I think at the top there. Now it's free. Okay.
Material deposited.
I don't care if I get all of them, but I would like to see if I can get most of the bits that should be furnace to furnace and then process the exterior hull. But I guess the exterior hull is probably the more valuable bit anyway. Rotate. This furnace, not a piece I can cut. This is. So if I go like, oh, break. Bit more rotation. All right, the tops are both definitely cut. One piece is already fully loose. There we go. That's definitely free. Use it to kind of push the other one out.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
I know it's still got a bunch of stuff like walls in it, but it's not letting me cut them, so I guess might as well just shove it all. Is that black or the gray and yellow there is definitely nanocarbon, probably like radiation resistant hull plating, I'm guessing. There's a panel right there that we can get free already. I think that should be a pretty good salvage. We'll find out how much we destroyed that shouldn't have been. It's definitely got some aluminum and titanium going with it into the processor that just won't get. Actually, just the aluminum. Titanium and nanocarbon both process. It's the aluminum that needs to go furnace. Definitely some stuff that should be furnace that won't be furnace. But I think that was pretty good. I hope it actually gives us like a report of like how much overall, if we salvage like maybe 98% of it or something. I'm guessing we didn't get that close to that good a salvage, but like it'd be nice to know exactly what percentage of salvage we did. Right. To the all right, rank 4. +3 module laser upgrades are unlocked, 3 handheld grapples unlocked, 2 thruster upgrades, a cross-spectrum scanner upgrade, a helmet upgrade, and 2 work suit upgrades unlocked. Plus ship class 2 certification is the now accessed. All right, let's see. We made $2,447,967. Wow, way more than I thought. We got 3,094 kilograms of aluminum, which didn't get us a lot of money. So the aluminum is not really worth much. Nanocarbon, 17,000 made 700,000. So nanocarbon is definitely worth it. The twin cells were definitely worth it. So nanocarbon is definitely the way to go. The reactor, definitely always get the reactor. Thruster class 1 cap was worth 46,000 alone. All right, here's what we destroyed. We destroyed a light, 114 kilograms of panel aluminum, 2,324 kilograms of structural aluminum, 324 kilograms of structural titanium, 3 airlocks, consoles, 2 atmosphere regulators, 167 kilograms of nanocarbon, computer terminal, 2 door consoles, 2 doors, and 3 kilograms of glass, and 43 kilograms of nanocarbon paneling. Probably the big ones that, like that last piece, probably had a lot of that is mixed stuff in one spot. That was still a good run. Holy shit. Good morning, Shipbreaker. Reminder, minimum. Ooh. So we got more debt. We're accruing 500,000 a day. What? Interest is 0.01%, 99,000 alone. The cutter rental 120,000, grapple rental 90,000, hab rental 12,500, hab utilities 2,500, the helmet's 2,000 or 25,000, scanner 30,000, the suit 45,000, thruster 15,000. They're hitting us with every rental fee they can think of. No resurrection piece though. All right, so 500,000 a day just to break even. All right. And this is where things will start getting interesting. Okay. We're going to call that there for this episode, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. If you've been enjoying it, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And to check me out on Twitch, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, usually at 10 a.m. Thinking of maybe making it a late night stream rather than a morning stream. We'll have to see how that goes. But also, if there's games you want me to check out in the future, post it in the doobly-doo. Hope you have some constructive criticisms for me. Can't wait to play some more of this. Until next time, everybody, stay awesome, stay healthy, stay sane.